Global EdTech Reference Course นะครับ Building a Global EdTech Reference Course เซสชันต่อไปต้องขอโทษเป็นภาษาอังกฤษนะครับแล้วก็ตรงนี้เราได้รับเกียรติอย่างยิ่งเลยนะครับจากบริษัท SuperCharger Ventures นะครับแล้วมีวิทยากรที่โด่งดังระดับสากลเลยนะครับคือคุณ Alessandro Di Lullo นะครับคุณ Alessandro Di Lullo เนี่ยวันนี้นะครับกรุณามาอยู่กับเราแล้วเดี๋ยวจะมาเล่าให้เราฟังถึง SuperCharger Ventures ว่าเป็นยังไงดังนั้นขออนุญาตดำเนินการต่อเลยนะครับ Alessandro apology for the late are you still there okay สวัสดีครับ Alessandro sorry to keep you wait right now the stage is all yours so please start thank you
Amazing. Thank you very much. Actually, thank you for inviting me to this amazing conference. It's really a pleasure to be here, and I'm super happy to present you our EdTech course. During this conference, which I'm enjoying so much so far, unfortunately, I could only attend the afternoon as I'm in Europe, but I now wish I would attend also the morning. I wake up early because I've seen some really amazing things. And we are now here presenting our EdTech MOOC. Today, we have seen a lot of great solutions, video conferencing systems, apps that can be used to better teach and better improve the learning and teaching at school, universities, and more. But I'm sure many professors, learning professionals out there are thinking, wow, that's really a lot. That's really a lot of innovation. A lot is happening given the pandemic, given the response to the pandemic, and the desire for students to have better tools and for teachers to teach better. And sometimes we realize that it's not easy to understand so many great things that are going on. And that's why we're creating this course to really give professors, teachers, people in learning and development, leaders of universities, students, entrepreneurs, investors working in education, practical tools to understand in just a few hours what EdTech is all about and why we're witnessing these trends and how can technology help in their daily lives. I'll share my presentation. I've created just a few slides to help visualize what we put together in this MOOC. And perhaps just before I get into the course, I'd like to share just a few words about who we are. SuperCharger today is the leading EdTech, one of the leading, if not the leading EdTech accelerator in the world, especially on an international scale. We are based in London and Singapore, and we focus really on the Asian markets as well as the European markets, where we do believe we will see a lot of innovation in the next few years, and we are seeing already. We have more than 7,000 EdTech solutions in our network, more than 1,000 startups applied to our accelerator in the past year alone. We are pleased to have many great partners around the world, from investors, universities like Imperial College London, ESMT Berlin, EdTech Business School, and many more who are supporting our work and who are really keen to work with our startups. We've created, as I was sharing just now, the first EdTech MOOC in the world. We are launching the first crowdsourced EdTech book on Amazon, and we participate in many great initiatives like the European EdTech Alliance and the World Education EdTech Impact Group. To go directly into the course, why we wanted to launch this? Because we did realize the needs that education professionals had in the course, in EdTech and in education. Very often, as I was sharing, it's quite difficult to grasp the different innovations, and we wanted to do something. We wanted to launch this course really for everyone to have the tools to learn about what is happening in innovation, and now they can improve what they do on a daily basis. So we launched the first MOOC, and we were quite surprised that there was no MOOC, strictly speaking, on EdTech in the world. There were quite a few courses on learning design for online learning. There was something quite specific on certain tools, but we were really lacking the sort of overall view on the EdTech market, something that will help teachers, professors, university leaders understand what is EdTech. And so we launched this course just less than a couple of months ago. We are the first in the world. We aim to have 100,000 learners, more than 100,000 learners within the next 5 years. And the goal was to have more than 20 global experts involved in the course, and this we already achieved. We wanted to have global experts because we do believe that it's really important in today's world that is very globalized and it's global by nature to have an international perspective, to have really the best people that could tell you what EdTech is all about and how to leverage technology in education, from investors to startup founders to university leaders. Really, we have a lot of people, and I will show them in a bit. We have a first great achievement. Just a few weeks ago, we surpassed 1,000 learners on our platform, and we're really keen to that many. We're really happy that many people are learning all around the world. We have today learners in every single continent, almost already every country. So it's really great to see such diversity in our learners profile. The opportunity is really threefold in a way. The first one, as I was sharing just now, is really to reach a global audience. We want to educate people on the opportunity that EdTech and technology and innovation present. We do believe is extremely important, as this, in a way, is a very new industry. As every new industry, naturally, sometimes it lacks of best practices. It's really great to see amazing conferences like this one, really to share with leaders, educators in the space, what are the new innovations, and this is really important. So we want to do our part in contributing to the creation of best practices and really bring some key tools to help achieve the goal of a better learning and of a better teaching. And as part of this, the course also wants to be a platform for educators, leaders, startups, investors, and great people interested in education and education technology connect with each other, learn from each other, and really bring education to the next level. We've done this before, actually. SuperCharger before was in 2015. We started as a Fintech Accelerator. We were the #1 Fintech Accelerator in the world, in Asia, and one of the best in the world. We understood also the importance of education in fintech, and that's why we launched the Introduction to Fintech MOOC back in 2018. And today that course became the #1 course on fintech in the world with more than 100,000 learners. That time we launched it on EdTech's platform. And so now we really want to do the same for the EdTech MOOC, make it the first, but also the most successful EdTech MOOC in the world. And we're really keen to partner with great institutions and professionals, educators all around the world, and of course, also and especially in Thailand. Talking about Thailand, I also have a great news to share. We are working with the Thailand Cyber University to make a version of the course with subtitles in Thai and some of the content in Thai, so it will be even easier and perhaps even more fun for people in Thailand to learn about EdTech. We strongly believe that Southeast Asia has a great potential for education and education technology. We're talking to quite a few Thai counterparties and institutions, and we're really amazed to the level of interest and ambition that we're seeing in Thailand. And so we're really happy to publish this version of the course with Thai subtitles to have many more learners from Thailand, and let me use the word supercharge EdTech in Thailand. So just, I would like to share a bit more about what's in the course. As I was sharing, the EdTech MOOC is really designed to explore EdTech fundamentals and build the foundational knowledge of the market. It's meant really to give everyone an understanding of the technologies, the business models, the new learning models that are being used in education. And it's really meant for everyone with an interest in space, from teachers to professors, to deans and senior leaders, to learning and development professionals, employees, leaders in government agencies focusing on education, entrepreneurs and investors, and many more. We are very lucky to partner with the DEC Business School and Coursera to launch this course. In fact, as I was sharing, you can find the course on the Coursera platform if you search for Introduction to EdTech MOOC. Senior expert, that's of course a very important one, as I was sharing. We're lucky really to have great people like Deborah Quaso, one of the most successful investors in the EdTech space, managing partner of GSV, Mayank Kumar, co-founder and MD of Upgrad, one of the fastest growing Indian EdTech unicorn in one of the fastest growing EdTech unicorns in the world, an Indian unicorn. We have Pedro Vasconcelos, who's leading investments in EdTech at Pearson, Maria Spice, co-founder of IQ, Nick Barnville, Dean of ESMT Business School, Neil Allison from Adecco, Attila Gadzats from Albert Whitman Media, another publisher, Beth Porter, a great entrepreneur, and many more people. You really see a great wealth of experience, and we really wanted to bring the best minds in education technology in the world for you to learn from them. The course, just a quick overview on the course. We start with the module 1, describing the foundations of EdTech. So really, what EdTech is all about, the drivers behind EdTech, great interviews from experts like from Pedro, Maria Spice, Deborah Quaso. We look at investment trends and many more, just really to give you a foundational understanding of the EdTech market and what EdTech is all about. We go in module 2 in discussing the digital and alternative education. So what are the new alternatives that are arising, the new players that are entering the market, the unicorns, what they do, what are the models that they're bringing into the industry, and the rise of Challenger University, also a very, very interesting topic that it's worth discussing. Then we look at what EdTech is for institutions. So how really, let me say, traditional institutions can leverage technology to be better at serving their students, to be better also for the staff, for the professors, for the teacher, for the admin staff, to do better at their job and to really create the education of the future. We discuss, thanks to the help of leaders from universities from all around the world, how EdTech is changing the traditional classroom environment, how to innovate, how to digitally transform the university. So here it's really a collective intelligence of some of the best institutions in the world, discussing how to launch successful online programs, how to digitally transform the university as a whole, and move forward into the development of the future of education. And then in the last module, last but surely not least, we talk about something that, of course, many of you, I'm sure, are interested about, which is artificial intelligence in education. We discuss what is AI. We give some fundamental knowledge on the technologies of artificial intelligence. Nothing too technical, but we do believe it's really important for people to understand the foundations of the artificial intelligence technology to really understand what it can do and what it cannot do in some cases. We have great interviews also here, just like in any module with great experts. We talk about something extremely important like the ethics of AI and how to make sure AI can be used in a correct, fair, and ethical way. And we talk about the future of AI in education, and also something that I've seen also today discussed, which I'm very pleased about and very excited about, AR and VR in education. So this was just a very brief overview, and perhaps I would love now, with the couple of minutes that are left for my presentation, to share, if possible, a short video that we prepared for a trailer. Let me see if I can just reshare my screen, and hopefully you'll be able to hear the video. So you can for sure.
Education has changed forever. 2020 has been the pivotal moment at which traditional education began to undergo real disruption.
EdTech isn't just about shifting education and training online. In reality, it's what education is becoming.
We had originally forecast EdTech to be $1 trillion category in the 2030s. Now we see it at 2027, which should be approaching the $1 trillion categories.
Education very, very much matters. And so material innovation will not occur in any industry unless you have connected people, connected data, connected ideas.
In education, as in every other business, if you want to not only do what you do very well, but if you want to improve, then you need to be looking at technology solutions.
The reason they should care about EdTech is because EdTech is here to stay.
And why is EdTech important? Because EdTech is the way that you can drive that skills transformation.
Startups that successfully unbundle education and build a large user base can then start adding more product and services to become a full-fledged institution.
With the EdTech evolution, what we're seeing is the entire thesis of lifelong learning is becoming more and more relevant.
In other words, if we're thinking about education and AI, we need to be thinking about education from the standpoint of helping people prepare.
AI is going to increasingly become routine, to be honest with you, in education.
What's even more exciting is that this is really just the beginning. The sector is finally booming, and for all the right reasons.
Voila. I hope you enjoyed the trailer as well. I hope you are excited to learn more and perhaps take the course. But also what I would really love is there any university leader or university professor in the room, if there is anyone who thinks that the introduction to EdTech MOOC would be interesting for their institution, or the work that we do in EdTech at SuperCharger Ventures will be interesting, I will be very happy also to take the conversation offline and discuss how we could really supercharge EdTech in the world area in Thailand. As I was saying, it's really a market we are keen on. So that concludes my presentation. I'm also sharing my email address in the chat for everyone if you'd like to perhaps have a chat later. But thank you very much. It was really a pleasure to participate in this conference, and once again, big congratulations.
Impressive. I really enjoy watching your presentation, and I can certainly see that you are going to have very bright market around the world. So congratulations on that. ขอบคุณครับ I really like when you offer collaboration at the end of your talk. I trust that many universities would like to contact you from now on, even me. So let's keep in touch, and hopefully next time, instead of having you online, we're going to have you in person in here, so we can even have more meaningful session. Today, thank you so much for sharing everything with us, and please stay safe and see you next time. ขอบคุณครับ Thank you very much. Ciao.
Thank you very much.